Hello, guys, and welcome to another podcast here of spobits.com, a website which analyzes games tactically and statistically. So, today I am Mizgan, will be joined by Mushir Ahmed from France. We will be discussing the first test match, the first day of the first test match between New Zealand and England, where England were bowled out quite cheaply, I would say, for 58 runs. Been given to bat first after winning the toss by Kane Williamson, and in reply, New Zealand batted very well and finished the day on 191 for 3. So we will be reviewing England's batting performance, quite a dismal batting performance, and also we'll be talking about their debatable team selections for this test match. So we will be welcoming Mushir Ahmed to this podcast. Hello, Mushir, how are you?
Hello, Ms. Gant.
Yeah, so Mushi, getting straight into the topic about the English batting lineup and their technique to counter the swing bowling. I think, in the pink ball, you might get an extra bit of swing, especially in the New Zealand pitch where swing does happen. So, what do you think? What technique flaws you got in the wickets fallen from England? They just fallen like line pins today.
Yeah, Ms. Gant, because I saw the dismissal of English batsmen. A lot of the guys were out today because they were playing from behind the crease to a fairly full balls. They were not moving forward. The feet were stuck in the crease. You can see the dismissal of Root, Cook. They were just stuck on the crease, and the ball. Of course, ball was swinging a little bit more than expected. But for these kind of conditions, you have to apply. You have to come forward. Come forward means move your feet to the pitch of the ball, or start playing from forward from the crease.
Yeah.
Go ahead in the pitch and play and try to counter the swing rather than getting stuck on the pitch, on the crease, and getting bowled out or LBW. Because if the ball will swing more and you are stuck on the crease, you have no chance of negotiating the swing of the ball, the deviation the ball gets when it is hitting the deck.
Yeah.
And New Zealand pitch are famous for this kind of low scores. Even this has happened in North England in other teams also, that they have been bundled out on the low score. But being an international team, you have to take cue from other teams also, why and how this condition happened and how to counter it. This is not the first time that England are travelling to New Zealand. They should have gauged the situation, the environment, the condition, that how it will swing, why it will swing, and how to counter the swing bowling of the Saudi and Bolt. England, even in 2015 World Cup, had similar kind of situation. They just lost the plot and started losing wicket suddenly from like 70 for 3-2. Then they got out all out for 120 all out or not. So this is nothing new for England. Whenever there's more swing, they just lose their plot. When the application from the batsman, top order or any order batsman, was not there. It was like they were just being dictated by the little bit of extra swing by Saudi and Bolt.
Yeah. So I think the batting technique. I think the feet movement is always been a problem for England. So how much you will put this on the English board of not making a very I would say. I think in England in the past 2 summers I have seen wickets very flat, which are either very good for batting or very green top, where England, I think the English seam bowlers perform well. So would you suggest the English board to create a wicket which is more a kind of a fast swinging wicket? And I think it will make the English batsmen practice in those conditions, I think. What do you say about it?
Yes, see, this has to change from the county cricket itself, because in some county cricket matches, you can see the ball swings too much. This green top and batsmen are getting out and bowlers are getting 6-7 wickets, the swing bowlers. So your batsmen are not very much accustomed to play on the faster hard track when they suddenly go to Australia, or spinning track when they come to India or subcontinent. So this is the problem they face there. And sometimes this also, this thing is applied when England play in their home. They make the pitch according to the position. When India goes there, they make a very green kind of top kind of surface. When Australia go there, they make a swinging kind of surface, because Australians also are not very good batsmen of swinging conditions, because they play mostly on bouncy and flat surfaces. Yeah, it's upon the board to make such kind of pitches where your batsmen and your players get accustomed to playing in different conditions. But that does not mean that if you get a little bit of tricky condition that like you got today, you will just get bundled out for 58 runs.
Yeah,
It's not the explanation of getting out on such a low total because you all are international. And yeah, it was swinging. Yeah, and see, English batsmen are used to playing swinging conditions in England. But you guys get all on lowest score, maybe 200 runs in a test match, and the swing is more. But 58 is nothing. Even the low grade teams can make 58 runs against this kind of swing bowling. If they start applying a little bit of pressure on the bowling side. England didn't apply any kind of pressure. They didn't come forward. They didn't show any kind of application, so that the opposition captain has to tinker or change the strategy, or even they didn't force the bowlers to change their line, short ball or anything else. They let the bowlers bowl me full on the length and let the swing play rest of the part in the contest.
Yeah, that's a very good explanation you made there. Yeah, so regarding the English conditions and all their batting techniques, so that's a very good condition. It has to stop from the lower level, from the grassroots level, that the batsmen are adaptable to any conditions. So they generally struggle in the spinning wickets as well in Asia, as we all know. There's a perennial struggle of England. And in very fast bouncy swinging conditions also they struggle, so they have to be more adaptable.
One more thing I would like to add. So in county cricket, when the teams get allowed for low score on green top, there is always an explanation. It was a green top. But this is not an explanation that it's a green top, so I will not make a run or I will not apply myself. This is what come into the English batsman mindset. Okay, this was swinging too much. This is the explanation. Gave me an excuse to get out on low score. So this mentality is there. Okay, green top, swinging condition. I have to get out. I can't apply anything else. So this is not the way to play international cricket on test level.
Yeah, you're right. Moving away from their batting, I think their team selection has also raised few eyebrows. They have played 4 fast bowlers of similar traits, and Ben Stokes is their 5th bowler, who also have similar kind of pace. And one spinner, I think Moeen Ali, who is on his bad patch, I would say, since he has arrived to Australia. So, would you have preferred even a Tom Curran or a Mason Crane, a leg spinner, or an extra pace of Tom Curran or Mark Wood instead of Overton or Broad or Vokes? I think Vokes now has cemented his place because he can bat as well. So, who would you have replaced either of 3 bowlers? Because this looks a very monotonous attack. They couldn't get the New Zealand batsmen out even in the night session, when the night session is the toughest session to play under a pink ball. And New Zealand were comfortable. Kane Williamson were quite comfortable because it's medium pace. Even if it's going to swing, it's not going to hurt you as a batsman.
Yeah, there are 2 things regarding this. First, English bowlers are generally accustomed to bowl back of length ball, mostly Anderson and Broad and all. Even if we go fuller, you are right. They don't have pace to disturb the batsmen so much. So regarding this, first their policy in the bowling has to change. That if the condition is to bowl more full, you have to pitch the ball up, not just bang on the surface and hope that something will happen from short of the length or good length ball.
Yeah.
Secondly, regarding the pace, of course, this is monotonous attack. I don't think Broad and Overton can make any difference. Like Tom Curran and Mark Wood both should be playing in this match, because you should gauge that. See, Trent Boult and Saudi, they both have pace to exploit the swing. That disturbs the batsman. If the ball is swinging, it has low pace, the batsmen get extra time to get adjusted to this pace and to the swing of the ball. So England mindset has to change. They just stick with the same lineup, same kind of setup, same spinner who is not bowling, who is not batting. So you will get this kind of result. It's nothing new unless you make a drastic change. Okay. Yeah. See, Broad is a good bowler. Of course, he's a good bowler. He has good records. But if he is not effective in these kind of conditions, what's his use of all his records? Anderson is good bowler. Anderson is a good bowler. He changes he modulates his game plan, and length and line according to the situation, even though if it takes some time to get adjusted to the situation. But I think they should have played two quickies like Tom Curran and Wood, and maybe an extra spinner if they want Moeen Ali to be a batsman, because they already have Stokes as the fourth pacer. So you could have got the luxury of playing an extra spinner rather than making Moeen Ali to bowl as a part-time off spinner.
Yeah, good point about the team selection, because now England have Stokes, so they can field three paces and have an extra spinner alongside Moeen Ali, because I think Moeen Ali has few problems with his fingers as well, as he I think pointed out after the Ashes test, and his bowling coach Saqlain Mushtaq also pointed out. So he's not spinning it very much. I think he has some finger problems, maybe the spinning finger, so he's not very comfortable spinning the ball. So you're relying on that bowler to spin, because in these conditions spinners can sometimes be used to rest the fast bowlers when the fast bowlers are having massive spells. So giving a bowler like Moeen Ali, who's not very economical because he's struggling to grip the ball very nicely, so he's struggling to keep a very good line and length, so it's not going to help either of the fast bowlers who are resting, or either the captain as well, Joe Root. So it's a good sum up that you did about the whole team scenario of England, and also their batting technique and structure of how they are playing in these conditions. Just to sum it up, what do you think England should change to get this test match under control? I know it's almost out of control. New Zealand already have a lead of 133. They're just only 3 down. They can extend the lead to however much they can to 5,300. This game is out of control. But in second innings, what do you want to see a bit different? So if we get into the second test match, we can see a bit of a fight.
Well, they have to take wickets because, okay, New Zealand have a lot of lead now and they can pile on the runs. But if you start taking quick wickets in the morning and the afternoon, so it can restrict New Zealand to a lesser lead, lower lead than letting them to plunder 500 odd runs and taking these 50 runs.
It will help the morale. Yeah.
With no game plan, make their bowlers, ask their bowler to bowl full, and maybe add some pace in this. I think. Ben Stokes didn't bowl today. Did he bowl? No, I can't find it. Why didn't he bowl? You have any information about that?
Yeah, I'm also not able to know why he's not bowling. I think he hasn't bowled his full quota who was in the one-day series as well. I think he's not fully up to speed because he has been out of cricket for a long time.
Okay, so this is more ridiculous that even if because Stokes has the better, you can say, more speed than all these four same speed bowlers. So if he's not bowling, it will be like this game is already gone, because Ben Stokes, if he is in form, he can produce good pace and can rattle the opposition batting lineup very, very quickly and easily. First, England, if they want to take wicket, if they have the ability, they have to take the wickets quickly. Secondly, when it comes to second inning batting, you have to apply your feet. You have to come forward, move your feet, come to the pitch of ball and frustrate the bowlers. Okay, you don't have to score quick. This is also a problem. England think that scoring quickly is always the solution, which is not always the solution, even if it's a test match, even if it's a one day, when it's a T20 match. You have to frustrate the bowler, frustrate Saudi and Bolt, and ask Ken Williamson some questions that how can he tackle the tough situations if the things are not going in their way. So these are the small, very basic technical things, technical mindset that England have to change. It's not about only scoring centuries that your top batsman has to score 200 runs every time. The top batsman has to set a platform where you ask the opposition captain, okay, your main bowlers are not going to get wickets. Now, whom will you rely on, or what's your next strategy? So these are the things England has to apply when they come batting second in the second inning. But I personally don't think that there's hope that England can make anything out of this test match. It's already a gone game with 58 runs in the first inning.
Yeah, you're right about it. Apologies to the viewers. New Zealand finished the first day on 175 for 3. They have a lead of 117. That doesn't matter because England have only got 58. And they are already.
They could have 28 also. Thanks, Overton.
Yeah, they were 28 for 9 at one stage. It was quite a calamitous situation. So thanks a lot, Mushir, for your inputs for analysing England's batting and their team selection. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Bye-bye.
Bye. So that's it, guys, from today's podcast on spobits, analysing England's batting failure in New Zealand and the prospects of England team in future and what they can do in this test match and why they are falling. And also we discussed a bit about the debatable team selection that England have put out for this test match. And let's see what happens in future now for England, at least for this test match and in this context of this series. So stay tuned on spobits.com for more analysis, articles, podcasts and stats driven articles. And do follow Spobits on Twitter and like the Facebook page of Spobits. Thanks a lot.